Happy Sip and Sparkle Sunday. Hello, Miss Kathy.
Hello, Lisa.
How are you?
I am awesome. How are you?
Great. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Can't believe it's the new year, 2019. All right.
Here we
Well,
are.
let's cheers to that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yummy.
Very good.
It is good. Yum, yum, yum. All right. So, for our viewers, why don't you just introduce yourself and just tell people what you do, and we'll just go from there.
Okay, well, first of all, I am a wife of my husband Mike for 39 years.
That's cool.
Which is, like a miracle.
Yes.
And
an amazing miracle.
we have 5 children together
Wow.
and 9 grandchildren. Wow. So, that's a huge part of my life. So, and I'm a health coach.
Okay.
So I help people become a better version of themselves, either sometimes it's weight loss that they're looking for, sometimes they just want more energy, sometimes they just know that their nutrition is terrible and they want to get that right. So that's pretty much what I do.
Fun job. Fun job. Now, how long have you been doing that?
A little over 3 years now.
Okay. And what made you get into that industry?
Well, that's really kind of a funny story. My husband and I have always been, we were avid runners. We met on a running track, and so we were kind of exercise fanatics.
Okay.
And our mantra was always, eat less, exercise more. That's the way you control your weight and stay healthy. Well, we really didn't have a lot of healthy habits, but we exercised a lot.
Okay.
So that we could go sit and eat a large deep dish pizza by ourselves.
Yeah.
That was the kind of the trade-off. That's how we looked at things. And so health and exercise and fitness has always been a big thing for us. But so my husband, we moved here 4 years ago from Illinois.
Okay.
And he had put on about 25 pounds around his waist, which seems like that's where men usually put it on.
Well, and women too.
And he couldn't get it off by his normal method of exercising himself to death.
Okay.
So he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, yeah, your cholesterol is a little high. I don't like that you're taking acid reflux medicine every day. His blood sugar, he's hypoglycemic, so his blood sugar was like all over the place. He was taking Nexium every day. Doctor said, yeah, I think if you lost some of that weight, some of those things would right themselves.
Okay.
So he came home from the doctor and said, I guess I have to work out more. Well, all that did was make him more hungry and a little angry, actually.
Yeah.
So we were just on Facebook, and we were looking like you do, scrolling Facebook, and we saw a picture of our old pastor. And so Mike says, well, there's Pastor Dan, but who's that guy next to him? So it was a before and after picture of our former pastor, and he had lost 80 pounds.
Oh my, that's huge.
You couldn't even recognize him. Well, my husband could not pick up the phone fast enough to call Pastor Dan to find out what did he do.
What he's having.
So Pastor Dan coached Mike through the program, and he lost that weight really pretty easily and quickly, but that wasn't what impressed me so much. It was much more about how much energy he had. He was sleeping better. His cholesterol went down. He wasn't snoring anymore. He stopped taking acid reflux medicine.
Huge.
All the other things. So I started sending people to the guy with the magic, to Pastor Dan.
Okay.
Right? And finally, after about the 4th person that I sent him, he called me and said, Kathy, these people are not going to call me. They don't have a relationship with me. They have a relationship with you. You need to think about being a coach. And honestly, it went in one ear and out the other, because I moved here to be grandma, and that was all that I thought I was going to do. Well, quickly after we moved here, we realized that our kids had a life beyond us, and that we were not going to have every Sunday afternoon where they're coming to our house for dinner, and they were not going to come over every Friday night for game night.
Right.
So my expectations were up here, and they were not getting met there.
Got it.
And so coaching just came into my life. I was going to help just a few of those people that I was trying to send to Pastor Dan. And there's a real ripple effect when people start getting healthy.
Absolutely.
People want to know how you're doing it. So it's been such a blessing to
Wow.
us in so many ways, just a sense of purpose
Mhm.
we've always been involved in ministry, and so this kind of feels like that in a
Yeah,
way.
it is, really.
And the money is great too. So
Bonus.
nothing wrong with getting a little extra money. So
I love it. That's a great story.
I love what I do.
Well, that's very important, and you can tell that you do, because I can tell by your enthusiasm. But that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what makes your program different? Because there's a million different ways that you can lose weight and supposedly get healthy. But what makes your program different and better?
Okay. I think really what we kind of take up where most diets leave off.
Okay.
We don't really consider our program a diet. Diets don't work.
They don't.
People go on diets and maybe they'll lose that weight.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens after that?
They die.
They go back to their
The first three letters in diet. Die.
They go back to their old habits.
Mm-hmm.
And so our program has 4 components to it, and all 4 components work together. And the first one of those is just learning healthy habits.
Mm-hmm.
So we help our clients to incorporate little small changes at a time that are going to add up to big results. So changing those habits, changing the mind, because
That's
if
huge.
you don't get your mind healthy, your body gets healthy and your mind doesn't get healthy, your body's going right back to where it was.
Oh, absolutely.
So the first component that we have is our education piece.
Okay.
And it's a whole book and a workbook that our clients follow along and really get that mind healthy and kind of discover their relationship with food and learn about stress and triggers and all the things that play into us making bad choices.
Okay. Interesting.
And so that's I think the most important component.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is that if they decide that they're going to go on our program, they have me.
Right. Fabulous, right? We wouldn't want Kathy. She's awesome, right?
So I'm just there to guide them through, to walk them through the process, to be a support and give them a little accountability. And, it's hard to do things by yourself. It's so much better when you have someone walking alongside you.
Absolutely.
So that part is the second component. And then the third component is you don't just have your health coach, but I plug them into a whole community of like-minded people.
Oh, that's huge.
So they have access to
support.
Yes, a whole, there's weekly support calls, there's doctors and nurses calls that they can hop on, virtual, Zoom calls that they're part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
They're added to a little secret group on Facebook where they
Fun.
get to interact with people who are doing exactly what they're doing. So they feel like they're part of something that other people can relate to.
Absolutely.
And so that's the third part. And then the fourth part is just the nutrition program.
Okay.
So it's it's the food part. So and so we have fuelings. We call them fuelings. They're like little mini meals.
Okay.
And we have a lot of different programs that are encompassed in our program. So let's say if you're diabetic, you'd be on one track, and if you have if you're a nursing mom, you'd be on a different track. If you're a teenager, you'd be on it. We have a lot of different avenues that you go to, but our fuelings are all the same for everyone.
Got it. Okay.
So there's nothing artificial added to them.
Nice.
So they're so no artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners. Everything is so you're getting 100% of your vitamins and minerals that you need for your daily requirement.
Okay.
Of that. You're also getting probiotic. So people that are taking a probiotic don't need to be taking that while they're on our program for weight loss.
Okay.
If they're on their weight loss one. And they also don't need to be taking the vitamins anymore while they're on that. So the fuelings are like medical grade, nutrient dense fuelings.
Okay.
And so, for example, if someone is going on the program for weight loss, they would be eating 6 times a day.
Okay.
And they'd be eating 5 of the fuelings from our product line,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd be having one lean and green meal.
Okay.
And that's the only meal they have to prepare.
Okay.
So basically,
Makes it easy.
that's the only meal they have to grocery shop for,
Okay.
because the rest of their meals are grab and go.
Okay. Okay.
And, at the most, they would make 1 minute in the microwave
Okay.
type thing. So, like, we have over 60 varieties of choices. So
Okay.
it's not like they get taste fatigue or anything, because they're
Right. There's
eating the same
variety.
thing all the time.
Now, how long are they actually eating that food?
Well, usually until they get to their goal weight,
Okay. Okay.
and then we move them into the transition phase,
Okay.
where then they start reincorporating the food groups that we've taken away
Okay.
during the weight loss portion,
Okay.
and start reincorporating that. And so by now they've been learning
Mm-hmm.
healthy eating, and they've been learning
Right.
a lot about healthy choices and options and things. So
Great.
once we start taking away the fuelings and adding in the other food groups, then the transition phase takes them into maintenance.
Okay.
So maintenance looks different for everybody. Some people still use the fuelings.
Okay.
So, for example, my husband and I we know we still want to eat 6 times a day,
Okay.
and there's no way, because that's how we feel the best.
Right.
And there's no way I'm making 6 meals a day.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. There's no way ever.
So for 3 of my meals, I
Okay.
have those.
Okay.
And for the other 3, I just eat normal, smaller than I used to.
Right.
My eating habits before were horrible. I would go all day and not eat, and then
It's the worst thing you can do.
load up at the end of the day. But I felt entitled to that, because I'd starved myself all day.
Right.
So didn't realize how bad that was for my body.
Right.
So anyway,
that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. Great. So what advice would you give for our viewers who maybe have struggled with their weight off and on, like their whole life, and maybe the yo-yo dieter, for example, which I know is really common, or even those that maybe put on a little extra during the holidays? How could they get engaged with you, and what advice, I guess, would you have for them?
Well, I would just advise anyone to get connected with someone. If not me, someone.
Okay.
Find someone that they connect with who has something that they're going to help them through the process. And like I said, it's learning. You've got to be learning how to fuel your body. You have to learn what your body needs and how to take care of your body better.
Right.
We take better care of our cars than we do
So
our bodies.
true. That's so true.
And so I guess that would be the biggest thing, is connect with someone who is knowledgeable and can help you.
Okay.
And don't go on a diet. Go on.
Right.
Think of it as a lifestyle change. Think of it as
Absolutely.
I'm doing this for my future, so that I can leave a legacy to my children of health, instead of having them have to deal with the same problems down the line because you've made bad choices.
Absolutely. Well, and we want to age as gracefully as possible. I mean, I can't think of anything worse than getting older and becoming completely sedentary because you have to, because your joints are killing you, your back's killing you.
Yes.
You're like, I just can't move. So then you sit, which creates a whole other realm. And then when you're not active, then, if you're not adjusting eating, it's a vicious cycle. Right. So, we want to be healthy, and to your point, to enjoy all those grandbabies and be able to travel and, not just
get down on the floor
Absolutely.
and then be able to get up again.
Right. That's huge. That's so huge. Very true. Very true. So I love that. That's awesome. All right. So tell our viewers how they can get in touch with you if they want to learn more about your program.
Okay. Well, honestly, I always send people, I don't send people to my website, only because they'll look at the website and be totally confused about what would be for them.
Okay.
So when someone expresses interest, I sit down with them and do a very short health assessment.
Okay, good.
So that I can determine, is this a good fit for them?
Okay.
Because I'm not going to pretend that it's a good fit for everyone. It's not.
Right.
But if it is a good fit, I want to make sure that I'm connecting them to the right option also. They can go on my Facebook page.
Okay.
It's just Kathy Todryk on Facebook.
Okay.
And you can look at a lot of before and afters on there of some of them are my clients, some of them are my coach friends' clients, but they're all real people. And and just kind of see for yourself some of the results and some of the stories, and then contact me through Messenger or call, I guess, if you want me to give
Sure, put your phone number down there.
So
You're okay with that?
sure.
Okay, yeah. What's your phone number?
So it's 815-540-4924.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so if you're looking to get healthy and want to stay healthy, I mean, look how fabulous she looks. She looks beautiful. I mean, you're always so well put together anyways, but I mean, you can tell that you're healthy and you're happy, and I mean, who wouldn't want to be like that, right?
Oh, thanks.
So then you want to
later.
No. But no, I'm serious. You're beautiful. So this, if you want to just be healthy and happy, contact this lovely woman here. And
it's about health, though. It's not about skinny. It's not.
No.
It's about being healthy, and so
Yeah.
that's the big thing we have to.
well, it's a huge misconception because you could be thin on the outside and your insides could be a train wreck.
Absolutely.
And yeah, you could be on the verge of death, not to be dramatic, and be thin on the outside. And it could just be what you're fueling your body with.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
have clients that go on our program, not because to look at them, you would say, oh, they probably don't need it.
Right.
So what we've learned not to judge people by that.
Right, you can't. You
because
can't.
yes, and so we call that skinny fat because they're
It's a good.
fat on the inside.
Right.
Really, they have all the inflammation and all the things going on in their body that a
Exactly.
heavier person would have, but it's all nutrition based. So yeah.
And it's amazing too, once you start eating, because I was overweight for many years, and it's like once you start eating healthy and, to your point, fueling your body with the right things, you start feeling so much better, and you don't want to go back to feeling like crap all the time. I mean, you don't. And
that was me.
Yeah, and then if you do eat something that maybe you used to eat or kind of overindulge a little bit, you feel terrible.
Right.
It's like, ugh, I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah.
So I didn't realize how bad I felt until I started to feel good.
And
so
that's so true.
I didn't know that I felt bad. I thought this is just how you feel at
The
this
new normal.
age.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
So, yeah.
All right. In closing, what do you see yourself doing in like the next 5 to 10 years? What do you want to do?
Oh gosh. Well, I have some dreams. I want to take my husband on a trip that he's wanted to go on for many years.
Nice.
I want to have a vacation home that I can bring all of our kids and grandkids to. That
Wonderful.
We can all hang out together.
And where would that be?
I'm not sure. I'm not a beach person anymore because can't get the skin anymore sunburn.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Can't either.
But I don't know. I was thinking somewhere not too far, so like up in Oklahoma, Broken Bow.
Oh, that's
like
so
a cabin
pretty.
up there. We went this
Nice.
past year. We went with part of our family and rented a big cabin, and I just thought, how cool would it be to just have one of these, and we could rent it out maybe to some other people to
Absolutely.
and then visit it several times a year just with our family. So
Perfect.
that would be fun. Just a lot more travel for my husband and I.
Yeah.
He's worked hard his whole life, and I would like to have these years be a little bit more just fun.
Absolutely. Now, where's your dream destination?
That's a tough question. I don't know that I have one. You mean as far as just traveling?
Yeah. Is there some place that you have not been to that you've always wanted to go to? Like a bucket list place?
I think I would like to go to Australia.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a place that I've ever really done a lot of research into, but it's just kind of off the beaten path of normal places, and I think I would like to experience that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, thank you so much. This has been very enjoyable.
It's been fun.
Yes, it's been a lot of fun. So here's to a healthy new year. And Miss Kathy, I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. And until next Sunday, may you sip and sparkle. Have a great week.